Hi guys! So today I'm going to be doing my Switched at Birth review, and I know it's a little darker. It's because I'm filming this at nighttime. Let's get started. So I thought that Daphne and Jace, I felt really bad because Daphne doesn't want anything to do with Jace anymore. And they were still fighting. And I was really hoping that they would make up, which they didn't make up at all during this entire episode, which sucks because I really did like them together. And then the senator, Kodo, he wants to do an annual, intern of the year now. And it's all of a sudden, so it seems suspicious, because it seems like, oh, they're on to Daphne and Jace. Which he is. And, Daphne talks to Parker, and Parker's just like, yeah, he called me into his office, and he talked to me. He was like, did you tell anybody? And, so basically Parker is in a little bit of trouble now because, Senator Kodo knows that she's pregnant, so it's like, who else? Like, you shouldn't be telling this to anybody else because I'm the senator, and, you could ruin my reputation, and I don't know, I guess they have a little deal going on there, but, I was just hoping that he wasn't threatening her or anything, Parker. And, I just wanted to say that I really like John and Regina's relationship now. I mean, it's more friendly. It's not as hostile as John used to be to her, which I really like. Like, I'm loving how he's so nice to her and so supportive, and he's just doing everything he can to help. And I thought it was so weird how Bae and Regina, the whole bra scene when she was like, is this your bra or mine? And she was like, it's padded, I don't wear pads. And I was just like, oh, that's a little awkward. I'm like, that's an awkward scene they put in there, but okay. And, Bae and Ty want to go camping together, alone, of course. And, Bae asks Regina for permission instead of, John and Catherine, which, she doesn't want to ask John and Catherine, but I think she should have, because yes, Regina is your birth mom, but she's not, legally your mom. She doesn't have custody of you. So I was just like, it's kind of rude that she didn't ask her parents. I mean, of course they would say no. I understand why she didn't, but I think she should have, just out of respect. And, I thought that since Officer Kodo was doing the whole internship thing, interviews with interns, I was like, I think he's definitely going to interrogate Daphne, because everyone was talking about it and they were like, oh, you're definitely, a candidate for it. And I was just hoping that he wasn't going to, interrogate her too bad, she gets really nervous or something, she has a breakdown or whatever. And then I found it really sad, Nikki and Toby are visiting Nikki's mom. And, Nikki finally finds out that her dad really was a drug dealer, and her mom knew about it, and she never said anything, and Nikki's just really upset about that, and her mom's upset that Toby brought her to the jail, but her mom's only upset because she found out about it. She didn't want her daughter thinking of her dad that way, of course. But I understand that situation, and yeah, I just feel really bad for Nikki. I was like, that just really sucks. It's like, I don't know. I just think what's going through her mind is like, my dad's a liar, everything I thought about him was a lie. But, I mean, her reaction's normal. I understand it. And I felt really bad for Daphne because, she's stressing so much about her interview with the senator. And, she's just really freaked out and really frantic. And, she's asking Jason and everything. She's like, what do we do? He knows. And I'm just like, all you really can do is just play it cool, you have to act like you don't know anything, and you just act really confused, and I'm just like, all you need to do is calm down, and yeah, it's just like, you don't really need to do anything except act normal. And I thought when Nikki suddenly came into Toby's garage, and she started kissing him and stuff, and she was like, I don't want to wait anymore, I don't care, God doesn't mean anything to me anymore. And I'm just like, wow, I'm like, impulsive much? Impetuous? I'm just like, okay. I was just like, she's not I don't think she really wants to do this. I mean, of course she doesn't. I think she's just, you know, having a hard time dealing with her dad, and she thinks that that'll help. You know, she's really upset because her pastor was like, this makes you closer to God. And I guess that, you know, that upset her. So, you know, I don't know. She's just going through a little bump in her life right now, which she can probably get over. I mean, time will heal everything. And then when Bae and Tai go camping, you know, he wants Bae to climb up that really tall ladder and go on that platform. Which, first of all, I thought they were going to go ziplining together. But, you know, instead it ends up being Bae climbs all the way to the top and he tells her to jump. And I'm just like, Tai, are you out of your mind? I mean, he's not telling her to jump like kill yourself. It's a jump, and you know, he has a rope, and he's like, I'm gonna catch your weight, and I'm just gonna pull you slowly to the ground. But I'm just like, are you crazy? Like, whether you're an indoor girl or an outdoor girl, like, I think that was insanely crazy. I mean, one, yes, Bae is an indoor girl. I mean, yeah, but that was a really scary height. Two, you know, it's not just zip lining or anything. It's you're asking her to jump. You're asking her to fall, maybe to her death. You know, she doesn't know if you can catch her or not. I mean, you say you can, but accidents happen, and she probably could have died from that fall. And I was just like, Tai, you were out of your mind. I'd be just like Bae. I'd be like, I'm not going up there. Except the difference is, I would have been probably more scared because she actually had the guts to go up there. No, I wouldn't have gone up there at all. I've been like, no, and if this is what you want me to do, then I'm going home. Like, I wouldn't have climbed up there at all. It's way too high. And then you want me to jump? Like, oh my gosh, no. I mean, she trusts him and everything, but, I don't feel safe with that. And I thought it was kind of weird, you know, how, you know, Daphne, she fakes sick, and so her and Catherine go to a spa together just to relax. And I noticed how, you know, her and Catherine actually have, like, a little similarity there, where Senator Koto makes both of them uncomfortable because, you know, Daphne knows about the whole pregnancy thing, and Catherine knows he has dreams about her. And I'm just like, it's a little weird. I mean, maybe they could talk to each other about it, but, you know, no one wants to talk to their mom about, oh yeah, I totally know that the senator is cheating on his wife, and, you know, he got a girl pregnant, and I know the girl, and, like, no. I understand why Daphne's, like, all quiet and stuff, but it really shocked me to know that, Koto's wife knows that he's cheating. I mean, she doesn't know with who exactly, of course, but she knows he is, and I'm just like, this has happened before. When she said that, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, this cannot be good. And, I didn't really understand the conversation, you know, with Catherine and her when she was like, I'm sorry, that's too much to ask. I didn't really understand it until Catherine went up and asked Daphne if, you know, she was the girl. And, yeah, and I was just like, it's kind of reasonable to ask, but at the same time not, you know. I mean, anyone would be insulted by it, but, you know, I think it was an iffy situation. I mean, if it is you and I don't ask, then that's gonna look bad. Like, I don't know. I think it was okay to ask. And then, you know, John goes to Regina's job, and he's filling out this application or whatever, and he accidentally spills the beans that, you know, Regina's married to Angelo, which her boss did not know. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I hope Regina does not get fired. I'm just like, I know John meant well, but, you know, I was just hoping that her job, you know, wasn't in jeopardy or anything because of that. And I thought it was funny when Bae, like, as soon as Tai told Bae, oh, now you have to jump and I'll catch your weight, she was like, you know, there's a special place in hell for boyfriends like you. And I thought that was hilarious. I was just like, okay. And I'm like, I just can't believe he would ask her to do that. Just, oh my gosh, like, no. And then I thought it was really sweet how Emmett, you know, kind of sucked it up and was there for his dad to get the cochlear implant. And, you know, that was really nice how they could all just be together. I mean, it was awkward, but at the same time, I'm glad that Emmett got over it enough to be there, you know, just to support his dad through it all. And, you know, then Regina, she comes back to work with with the coffees and everything. And, you know, her boss tells her John stopped by and told me that you were married to Angelo. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. But thankfully, you know, her boss is just like, it's okay, I understand, or whatever. She's like, but then she jokingly asked, she's like, so is John married? And I'm just like, I mean, before I realized she was kidding, I was just thinking, he's a senator and he runs a bunch of campaigns. How could you not know he's married? I mean, his wife wrote a book. But then she was like, I'm just kidding. And I'm like, thank God. But yeah, it's just like, who wouldn't know he's married, you know? He's in the news all the time. And I was really glad that, you know, Emmett's dad, he can hear now. And I don't know what that feels like, but it seems pretty amazing. Like, I don't know, I just felt connected. I know that sounds weird, but I don't know. I just was really happy that he could finally hear, you know. I was really hoping that it would work because, you know, you don't want to waste all that money on, you know, a surgery or some type of medical thing and it doesn't even work for you. So, medical treatment. So, I thought that was really good that it works. I was like, I'm so glad that, you know, he can hear now, you know, his money wasn't a waste. And then I thought, when Kodo was interviewing Daphne, I thought he was being super creepy. I'm just like, okay. But, you know, as they kept talking, you know, you slowly understand that he knows that Daphne did something. And I don't really know if if he knows it's Daphne and Jace, which I think he does, but he definitely knows Daphne is a part of it. And I'm just like, how would he know? I mean, I guess I understand because Parker kind of only talks to Daphne, or at least, you know, that's what they show on screen. But, you know, I'm just like, how would he know it? I don't understand. I just really want to know how he found out. Like, a secret source or something. And then, you know, he brings up the thing where, you know, he's like, what people are saying you passed out these, the abortion articles. I don't know if she's for or against it, I forget. But, I was just thinking that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, yeah, she works for you, but that doesn't mean she agrees with you, you know? Like, you don't have to agree with everything your boss thinks. Yeah, so I was just hoping he wasn't gonna scare her too much, and, you know, her face looked pretty frightened when he was interviewing her. And, you know, she leaves the office, and, you know, Jace comes up to her and asks what's wrong, and, you know, Jace wants to do something about it, and I'm just like, Jace, leave it alone. Like, if you do something, it's just gonna make it worse. And especially since he just interviewed Daphne, and you can clearly see that scared face on her face. Yeah, he's definitely gonna know that it has something to do with Daphne. And if he doesn't already know it's you, I mean, I just thought Jace needs to cool it. Like, don't say anything. Just let it be. Like, we both aren't fired. We're kind of in a good place, you know? I mean, I don't know. Just let things fall into place. I'm just like, he needs to cool down. And, you know, Daphne breaks up with him, and she's like, are you still saying the text? She's like, you can't do that. And he's like, you're not my girlfriend anymore, so I don't have to listen to you. Which I was thinking, you didn't listen to her anyway. Like, every time she told you, no, don't do that or something, like, I mean, he was very persistent on his opinion, but eventually he would give in. But at the same time, I was just like, it's not like you're listening to her anyway. I mean, you're kind of stubborn, you know? But yeah, if he, you know, Senator Kodo confronts Daphne about it, honestly, I would blame it on Jace, because I'd be like, I had nothing to do with that. That was all Jace's idea. Or somebody else's if she doesn't want to rat him out. But, no, I wouldn't take the blame for that. And, you know, I was really glad that Bae and Ty made up, because, you know, Bae was really upset that he asked her to do that, because she sprained her ankle. Which, of course, I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then, you know, when she jumps, he's like, stop moving, stop moving. Like, how can you not move? Like, you're freaking out. You're like 3,000 feet from the ground. I I don't understand how you could not freak out about that. I totally would have been flailing around in the air just like Bay and probably would have sprained my ankle too. Maybe worse. I don't know. But, yeah, I thought that was just crazy. I'm glad that they did make up though. I thought it was cute how he carried her bridal style. I don't know. I just love when I see that in like TV shows and movies and everything. I think it's so cute. And then, you know, at the end, Emmett's dad comes over and he can actually hear Emmett play the drums for once. And I'm just like, that is so good. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just really happy for him. But, you know, when Emmett hits that first cymbal, it kind of seems like, you know, he hurts his ears or something. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like, you know, he broke the coheler or anything. Because I was thinking, oh my gosh, is something going to go wrong now? But no, because everything was perfectly fine. You know, he wasn't adjusting his ear or anything. So it's just like, oh, okay, he just wasn't used to the sound of a cymbal. And just like, I'm glad, you know, that Emmett and his dad are bonding again. And yeah, I'm glad they're mending that relationship. So, thanks for watching, and toodles!